welcome back. Today I'm gonna get some decluttering done. I've got some stuff literally piled up that I have been just kind of waiting to accumulate to make like a huge run to the Goodwill drop off. So I wanted to just go through my house, grab whatever else I can to get out of my house. As a family, we recently decluttered about 80% of our stuff, and I'm trying to keep it that way and not let things over accumulate again. So constant and consistent decluttering is how I plan to do that. The purpose of this video is to give you tons of encouragement and motivation. Going through your house can feel extremely daunting, but it is completely worth it. And once you start getting rid of things, you'll notice that your time frees up. So it takes that initial time to declutter, but then you have more time in the long run because you're not managing everything. So I want to give you tons of encouragement and motivation. Thank you for joining me today, and let's go ahead and get started. Here is what I'm starting with. This is all stuff I'm going to donate. We've got like clothes, pillows, home decor. I've got a hair, like a curling wand right here, a curling iron, some decor from my toddler's room that I'm not using, a few Christmas items, and then these pillows, which came with our new sofa, and I did not end up using them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass them on. Somebody can recover them if they want to. So I'm gonna just let them go because I don't like the shape of them, and I'm not gonna be recovering them myself. So here's what we have just to get us started, and let's go ahead and see what else we can add to the pile. So I have a couple things in my bedroom closet here that I don't want anymore. This is a pillow that I bought for the new house that just didn't end up looking right. So I am gonna donate it. Somebody else can use it. And then this cute white vase, I'm not using anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those two things. I do have a couple things right up here that look like donations, but I have plans. I have plans for them. So once I get rid of these things, we'll have a really nice open space here in our closet. So that's gonna feel really good. I had some pretty exciting plans for this canister here. I thought, oh my gosh, it would be so pretty to pour my dish soap in there, or not my dish soap, my laundry soap. But honestly, this shelf is so high. I can hardly reach up here. So it absolutely does not make sense for me to have to just reach so high. So I'm gonna go ahead and purge this. All right, this is a pretty overwhelming space. This is our basement. I have not touched it. This is all the stuff that we just moved over. We just moved here 2 months ago. So we are literally still unpacking this stuff though. It's too much. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of quite a bit of it, I'm hoping. But just to get me like to the Goodwill today, I wanna go through and just see maybe like this bin. Here's some decor that I'm going to give to my friend. I'll go ahead and bring it up so you guys can kind of just get an overview of everything that I'm donating. But I've got tons of home decor, some toddler clothing, obviously some like Christmas stuff that I probably won't need, tons of educational stuff. This place is a mess. I mean, this is the thing that keeps me up at night is this area of the house. I still need to tackle it. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what we can pull from here and get out of the house today. I just hauled all of this upstairs that I'm going to pass along. Here's the stuff that I was showing you just a second ago. I have these beautiful things from my old house that just didn't really work exactly how I wanted them to in this new house. So some of this I used too for staging when we sold our old house. This one was an item of debate a few weeks ago. I asked you guys, should I keep it? Should I get rid of it? And it was pretty split down the middle, but I am going to let it go. If you are not sure about an item, I think it is totally fine, and even in many cases a good idea to just think about it for a couple of weeks. Sometimes you just need that time to decide, and I decided to let it go. Really what it does is it just kind of gives you this safety net. Sometimes we're emotionally attached to our things, and that's just the way it is. And I think probably some of you can relate to that. I just felt like I've loved this in the past, so I'll probably love it in the future. That's, I feel like, sometimes what we're thinking. But in this case, it wasn't true. My style's changed a little bit. I'm doing something, again, like I said, different in this new house. So it's a good idea to give yourself that time though, just to think about it. And it's not so scary to declutter if you allow yourself this time. So anyway, a couple weeks is a really good idea. You could even do a couple months. Some people even recommend 6 months on items that you really think you might still want. But for me, a couple weeks is all I needed. I also have a couple of toys that my kids are just done playing with. And then another thing from my old house that I think I'm just gonna put in my DI piles. That is what we've got going on. I'm gonna lug up one of those bins and see how much I can get rid of from inside of it. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but I think it is worth repeating. I think it's really important to just declutter when you can. I love decluttering by myself, but that is not always possible. I have 3 kids. One of them is just a toddler. So I have to work around my life and not let my life get in my way. I have to just say, this is what I have to work with. I've got these sweet little kids. I'm just gonna press forward. I'm gonna keep decluttering even with the distraction of a toddler. And it's good for your kids too to see you doing this work. It encourages them to also declutter and they want to be a part of it. It's fun to see what toys they might actually end up loving, like this little puzzle my daughter loved, and I knew I shouldn't declutter that because she's clearly very interested in it. So try not to let that stop you from decluttering. If you've got kids, just do what you can, and having them come along is not always a bad thing at all. I just pulled all of this out of that bin and I'm going to be donating it. Learning things, educational, some first grade stuff from when I was a teacher, things that I have not used in forever and I just don't need at all. This is a book that we had fun with over Halloween. Halloween's over, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate that. Here's everything that I decided to keep, which my toddler can grow into, so that'll be really good. Then this sweet little Montessori baby toy that I'm just not ready to part with. But the main thing is I cleared out so much space. Oh, thank you. I cleared out so much space in this tub, I can just start consolidating. So that's the great thing about decluttering. It doesn't mean you get rid of everything. It just means that you get rid of the things you're not using and the things you don't love anymore, and you're just making room for the things that you do. So now I can combine some more bins. Yes, look at that. Do you want to play with that? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop here. I feel like I have plenty to take. In fact, this is like an entire car's worth. So I'm going to load up and give them a call before I head down, make sure they're still open today, and then go ahead and donate all of these items. I do not recommend donating anything broken or any clothing items that are stained or ripped. So that's just kind of my personal recommendation. Most Goodwills, or maybe all of them, don't take those things anyway. So go ahead and just throw that stuff out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys know of anything else the Goodwill will not take, will you let us know in a comment? Stained, rips, holes, broken. Pretty sure those are pretty self-explanatory, but let us know if there are more things that you know of. I'm gonna count these items because I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna guess that I have about 70 items. I really have no idea though. I'm excited to see if I'm anywhere close to that. So anyway, let's go ahead and count and then we can load up the car. I just totaled 113 items to be donated. That feels amazing. But like I said, I've still got more because my basement is pretty full. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep filming videos for you on decluttering, purging my house. Stay tuned if you'd like to see that. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.